Hello guys, welcome all. This is my channel, Decom Mohammed Official. Today I like to focus on trading profit and loss account. This is mostly for beginners or those who are not unable to know the background of the trading profit and loss account. I think this is the fifth video I'm making on trading profit and loss account. I still see some people requesting them the trading profit and loss account. So I'm having here a brief illustration of which I'd like to share with you guys. I'll first read the question, then I'll also post the link of this question so they're able to download under the video description or under the pinned comment. I'm going to put the link for this question so they're able to download. The question says, the following details were extracted from Connie's book as at dated June 2013. We have the purchase 67,540, return inward 860, wages 8084. We have fuel and power 7340, carriage outward 3200, carriage inward 4020, opening stock 6750, salaries 21,000, general expenses 6,000. We have insurance 600, sales 198,780, rent 19,000, discount 1220, bracket DR, discount 2460, bracket CR. We have the additional information. Closing stock was valued at 8,600, salaries due was 12,000, and insurance prepaid was 270. Rent receivable is 1,000. Required, prepare the trading profit and loss account for the year ended 30th June 2013. I hope you have the question. You have downloaded the question. Now you need to solve. Now let me open the whiteboard so that I'm able to show you the question, how we're going to solve. So the first thing you need to start is the heading of the question. You need to start with the heading of the question. For this case, it is Connie's. So let's start with the name. It is Connie's. We have apostrophe there. Connie's books. That's the heading. What are we preparing? We're going to prepare the. Let me align this one first so at least this is able to be seen clearly. So you have Connie's books. Then we are going to prepare trading profit. Trading profit and loss account. Trading profit and loss account for the year, for the period ended 30th June 2013. That is June 2013. So we normally begin with the sales. Let's have the sales. From the question, the sales we were having was 198. I hope you have the question so that you compare 198,780. That was our sales. From these sales, we normally less sell return. Sell return. We also call it return inward. We also call it return inward. Return inward, which for our case, we're given the return inward, which was 860. We need to less it from this so that we get the net sale. We less 860. So whenever we have a bracket means subtraction. Bracket means subtraction. That is our sale return Then we get the net sale. We get the net sale. We get the net sale. If you subtract 198,780 from 860, you will get 197,920. You will get 197,920. Now, the purpose of this trading profit and loss account is to compare the net sale against the cost of sales. Remember, we already have the net sale. There are some instances where you are not given the return inward. If you are not being given the return inward, that means your sales is the net sale and you're good to go. You may find a student saying that this question has an error at the you are not being given the return inward. No. If you don't have it, you just use what is there. So we go for less cost of sales, less cost of sales, less cost of sales. We normally start with the opening stock. Opening stock, sorry. Opening stock is 67.50. Let me record at the middle. I'm going to show you why. 67.50. Then we have the purchase. So this purchase, let me record it on this and 67,000. 67,540. 67,540. From this purchase, you add carriage inward. Carriage inward. So our carriage inward was carriage inward is 40.20. 40, we open the bracket, sorry. We are adding, we are not subtracting. Carriage inward is 40.20. 40.20. Then we less if we have return outward, if we have. But in this question, we never had a return, so I'm just going to have a dash. But if you are given the return outward, we have to subtract. Another name for return outward is purchase return. The same way we call sale return, the return inward, the return outward, we also call it a purchase return. In this question, we are not being given the return outward, but I'm using it here just to show you. You don't have to indicate that we don't have it. There's no need. You're good to go without writing it. But here, I'm writing so that at least you see that we don't have it. If we don't have it, just use what you have. You continue what you have. There's no error with that question. You just use what is there. Sometimes even the carrying word is not there. You just use what is there. So if we add 67,540 to 40.20, you will get the total. You come and write them here near the opening stock. Total, if you add 67,540, this 67,540 with 40.20, you will get 71,560. So we add this opening stock to this. Remember, this one, after we sum the two, we'll get what we call cost of good available for sale. Cost of good available for sale. Some people call it COGAS. Cost of good available for sale, we add 77,560 to 67,550, you get 78,310, 78,310. From there, we less the closing stock. So the closing stock for this question, we have been given under additional information. If you go to the additional information, you're told the closing stock is 8,600. I hope you have the question, 8,600. So if you subtract from that, you'll get the cost of sales. You are going to get the cost of sales. If you take this cost of good available for sale, subtract it from the 8,600, you get the cost of sales, which is coming to how much? It is coming to 69,000. This comes to 69,710. 710. Sorry for that. 710. 69,000. 69,710. 69,007. That is our cost of sales. So this net sale, we are going to subtract it from this cost of sales to get the gross profit, because we are seeing the net sale is more than the cost of sales. But there are some cases whereby the cost of sales is more than the net sale. For that case, we are going to have a gross loss, not a gross profit. But for our case, our net sale is more than the net sale. Our net sale is more than the cost of sales. So we are going to have a gross profit. We are going to have a gross profit. Gross profit of how much? Gross profit of how much? It is, if you subtract the 2, you get 128. So this one, to show that we are subtracting, let me put it on bracket. At least you're able to see that we are subtracting. Able to put it on bracket so that you know that we are subtracting from 198 from 69. So you get 128. 128 to 10. This will be a comma, not full stop. 128 to 10. That's a gross profit. Now, once we get the gross profit, we add, you look if there's any other income. So you come here and see, we say add other income. So if you check the question, you look for if you have any other income. Remember, all income have a credit balance. So you look the credit side. Is there any income on the credit side? If you come downward, we have what we call discount. And they have written discount is discount of DR and discount of CR. Discount of DR means that is an expenses. Remember, all expenses have a debit balance. But here we are interested with the income. CR means income. All income have a credit balance. So that CR for our case is going to be an income. So we are going to have discount received. Discount received. Discount received of how much? The amount of discount received, it is 2460. Yes, 24 CR 2460 2460. Is there any other income? Yes. If you look at additional information, we have what we call rent receivable. That is an income. Rent, because we are receiving it, rent receivable. Rent receivables. How much? Is 1,000. 1,000. Next, we don't have any other income, so we get the total income. We get the total income. So we are going to add 128 to these two. If you add 128,000 to these two, you are going to get 131,000, 131,670. So let me open a new space so that at least we see. So remember, our total income, total income, our total income was 131,670. Let me enlarge this one so at least you're able to see. Sorry for that. So we have the total income on the credit side as 131 is a continuation, 131,670. Then we say less expenses. We are going to less the expenses. If you look at the question, the first expenses in the order of references. Remember, batches or yeah, that's income statement, return inward wages. So wages is an expenses. We're going to start with the wages. Wages. Remember, income have a debit side, so let's write them on debit before we subtract them. Let me have them on the debit side. So the wages we have here is how much? 8084. 8084. Yes, 8,084. 8084. That is the wages. Next is fuel and power. Fuel and power. Fuel and power is how much? 7340. Sorry, 7340. That is fuel and power. Next, fuel and power, we have carriage outward. Remember, carriage outward, these are expenses incurred by the company for after sales services. Maybe you have bought a product, then they transport it for you up to your house. That's an expenses to the company. So you have to write, and don't confuse the carriage outward with the carriage inward. Carriage inward is that one you use the transportation you use yourself after you purchase the product. So it must be added under the purchase. But carriage outward, that's an after sales services. For the company, it is an expenses. Carriage outward for the company, it is an expenses. And the figure for carriage outward is 3,200. I hope you have the question you are keen in and seeing what I'm typing. 3,200. Next, carriage outward, we have done. Carriage inward, no. Opening stock, no. Salaries, yes. Salaries of 21,000. Salaries, but remember, in the additional information we are told, salaries due was 12,000. Due means accrued. All accrued we add. So this salary has an adjustment. It was 21,000, but we add, you add the accrued one, which was due, was 12,000, was not paid. So we have to add that 12,000. This comes to how much? 21,000 plus 12,000, that is 33,000. 33,000. Next, after salaries, we have general expenses. General expenses. Yes, general. General expenses. Coming to how much? 6,000. General expenses. 6,000. Next, we have insurance. Insurance of how much? Remember, insurance have an adjustment. In the additional information, we are told insurance prepaid is 270. The insurance on the trading was 600, but you need to subtract the prepaid. Prepaid was 270. So if you subtract 270 from 600, you will get 330. 330. Then after insurance, sales, no. Rent. We have rent of 19,000. Rent. Remember, rent is silent. We don't have a debit or a credit. We just assume now it is a rent. But if it was on a credit side, that will be a rent income. Since it's only rent, we take it as an expenses, 19,000. Next, discount. We have discount allowed. The one on the debit side is allowed. Remember the CR, we have already used it. So only remaining with discount allowed of 12.20. 12.20. Yes, 12.20. 1,220. So if you add these expenses, they come to 78,000. Remember, we are going to subtract, so let me put them on bracket. 78,174. 78,174. So if you less 131,000, 131,670, subtract it from 78,174, you get, we call it a net profit. Net profit. A net profit of 53,496. If you subtract the two, you get 53,496. So that's all about this question. Remember, it was a brief question on income statement. We have the title. We start with the sales, net, you realize the return inward, net sale, less cost of sale. You get the gross profit. Then you come and subtract from expenses, then you have your net profit. I hope you enjoyed the class. I was your host, none other than Deko Mohammed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more free video. Thank you.